Good afternoon, welcome to the Hurst B&M and Flowmaster booth. I've been around these companies pretty much since I was born. I can honestly say I was brought home from the hospital in a 68 Chevelle with a Hurst shifter. That's how long I've been around these products. When I was in high school, I saved up for my first Flowmasters. When I was in junior high, I wore my B&M shirt so often, my mom threw it away. I was gonna run away. It's like, what kind of a mom throws away your B&M shirt, right? So the company's this year in 2018 marks a very historic anniversary for all three iconic brands. Flowmaster is celebrating 35 years of supplying leading edge products. Hurst is celebrating 60 years. And B&M is celebrating 65 years. That's math, carry the 9 to... It's like over 150 years of awesomeness, right? And all three of these companies share another cool thing. They all have a product in the Hot Rod Magazine Speed Parts Hall of Fame. That's pretty awesome, right? Awesomeness, that's what you get with Hurst, B&M, and Flowmaster. So we're getting ready to do 3 unveilings right here. You wanna come over here so we don't whistle the speaker? Hello, how are you doing today? Tell everybody who you are.
Hi Tim, my name's Larry Weiner from GSS Supercars.
Every year you bring an awesome Hurst car. And I say we start with the Hurst car because we're in the Hurst booth and it just makes sense. The awesome history of the Hurst cars. And if you guys have never got the Hurst book on the history of these cars, it is amazing. So now we have what is the 50th anniversary Challenger.
Yes, it's the 50th anniversary Challenger celebrating, and when you see the car you'll understand, the 50th anniversary of the 1968 Hurst Olds 442, the very first production package car that Hurst did. And by the way, the book that you referenced, the one by Rich Truesdell and Mark Fletcher, if you haven't read it, you're a Hurst enthusiast, you're missing a wonderful book. They still are available, and it's an amazing book, and there's lots of great history and stuff that you didn't know.
So there's a lot of hot rodders in the crowd, and it is a book. We must remind them, yes, there's a lot of pictures for you guys. Some of these guys I don't think can read.
Yes, there are a lot of pictures, and if you're just a speed reader, you can still enjoy all the photos. In fact, there's the Hurst Hemiander glass is even on the cover. And we know the man that's responsible for that car. He's here in the audience today. Bob, you want to raise your hand? Bob Riggle, Mr. Hurst Hemiander glass. Give him a big hand.
And if some of you guys, I say this at every unveiling I do because there's always a little key. If somebody, can you raise your hand if you've never heard of the Hemi underglass car? If you raise your hand, you must leave the building now. I'm just going to say that. You are not allowed to be at SEMA if you don't know what car that guy had.
Ask him how many people see the accident with Leno.
You were with Leno when you wrecked the car, right?
Oh, he was with me.
Oh, he was with you. Sorry, I stand corrected. Not everybody can say they wrecked the car with Jay Leno. It's pretty awesome, right? Pretty cool. Okay, so tell us a little bit about the car before we'll uncover it and then talk about some finer points of it.
Okay. One of the things when you do a car like this is you've got to get it right. You've got to be faithful because there are people that really know what's right, what's wrong, did you get it, don't you get it. And when you see the car, when we pull the cover off, it'll kind of speak volumes that we really are car people. We live, eat, sleep, and breathe this. This isn't just a way of work for us, it's a way of life. And we really wanted to take this car to the level where it was absolutely faithful to a car that was built by George Hurst and his team at Denver Engineering 50 years ago. And here we are a half a century later, carrying that legacy forward. And that's a big shoes to walk in to get it right. And we tried very, very hard to do exactly that.
Well, let's get ready to uncover it. You started, it's a Hellcat, right?
Yes, we started with a Hellcat. It's a wide-body Hellcat. Yes, and it's got a stick, so it's got a real Hurst shifter in it, guys and gals.
You know, that's the new security system for millennials, right? You put a stick shift in it, and nobody will steal it.
No, they'll walk away because they don't know. What's that third pedal? Is that the emergency brake? The answer is no. It's for guys that have 2 feet and know how to use it. I can't dance, but I can drive stick.
That's a t-shirt. We need to trademark that right now. You can't dance, but you can drive a stick.
I like that, Tim. That's a really good idea. You want to split that deal? All right, you're on.
Okay, let's get the cover off of this. Brand new 50th anniversary Hellcat wide-body Hurst Heritage by GSS Supercars. this is when you clap. So there it is. The colors are beautiful. You guys started with a car. This isn't a factory color. You painted it silver and then put the stripes. So it's all fresh color paint.
Right, that's correct. This particular car did start out as a billet silver car. The thought behind it was, well, we'll build all the cars, start with billet silver and just lay down the black and the white. And then we found out Chrysler discontinued billet silver. So then there were no more silver cars. So that created the opportunity to say, you know what, let's just get it right and let's paint a Peruvian silver metallic, which is 68 Hurst Olds 442 actual color. To those of you that are the nitpicker guys, that was not actually a Cutlass color in 68. That was a Tornado color, but Hurst spec'd it for 68 as a special order color just for the Hurst program. Being faithful to it, we did the exact same thing. So you're looking at Peruvian silver metallic, tuxedo black stripes, and urban white pinstripe. We really, really wanted to get this one right. It was very important. If you look at the layout of the graphics and the paint scheme, right down to the black trunk lid with no spoiler, that's exactly how Hurst did it in 68, the same way.
It's awesome. Congratulations on another awesome Hurst supercar from GSS Supercars. Thank you very much.
One last thing I'd like to say, if I might, Tim, thank you all for the applause. Working with Hurst is an honor and a privilege, and I don't take that lightly. I take it very, very seriously. And anything that Hurst makes, we try very hard to infuse those products as the DNA of the car. So it's not just a label or a sticker or an emblem. It's got a real Hurst 6-speed shifter. It's got the Hurst carpet mats. It's got Hurst emblems. It's anything Hurst makes, it's got it. Hurst exhaust tips. The exhaust system is a Flowmaster Outlaw, and if we were allowed to start it, and I know we're not, you'd be shocked at how loud this car is. It is a real attention getter. Even the intake is a Flowmaster air intake. So all of the products the company makes, we try very hard to make sure there's standard equipment on every build that all these cars have those products. It's really important. Again, that DNA to us is critical. The cars have to be faithful. They have to be representative of what Hurst and the companion companies are all about. Like you said, almost 150 years of history in our industry. It's important.
If we were at an awards show right now, they'd be playing the music to try to get us off the stage.
I know it came to be out, right? So, but thank you all. Thank you very, very much for coming today.
Awesome car again. I can't wait to see what you do to try to top that next year. Always look forward to seeing your new car. Congratulations on another awesome build. Okay, we're going to move down to door number 2. This was sprung on me at the last minute. I have like a script that they gave me and I can't read anyway. And they went, oh, there's a truck. So we're winging it here. We are. I seen it when it rolled into the booth. And it's pretty awesome that you're going to let me drive it later, so that might be made up. But tell everybody who you are and what's underneath this cover.
Yeah, my name is Brad Ewan. I'm from OTSFF Off-Road, based out of Canada, Ontario. And basically this truck is as trick as it can be. 6100 spec truck, 2,500 pounds lighter than everybody else. Every single tube is laser cut, numbered. This thing is as cool as it gets.
And I know what everybody's saying. You speak pretty good English for a Canadian.
Thank you. Thank you. Modified English all the way through. It was pretty amazing.
Hey.
Yeah. So yeah, this truck it's been a Dave Tunget design with Adam Fitz, our team manager. It's been a year in the making and running best in the desert. And Laughlin went about 2 weeks ago, and we had a hell of a crash. Rolled it, and I've been slashing and burning to make sure it got here. And yeah, we've been busting our ass.
So this truck can actually do all the things that they showed in that Fall Guy TV show back when I was a little kid, right? It actually can drive away and do all that stuff.
Pretty much, 100%, there's no question.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. No, this truck is killer.
You ready to pull the cover off of it?
You guys want to see it? Yeah! I said you want to see it?
Yeah!
That's right. Even though you're inside, you're at a trade show, you can use your outdoor voice, hoot and holler. So tell them about the coolest thing you showed me right before we went the paper that you have handouts. They have a cartoon with this truck in it that was built by the awesome George Trosley from Cartoons fame and other magazines we're not allowed to talk about. But this truck is drawn in a cartoon, and they have like 3,000 of them to give out. So this is really cool.
It's tricky. George Trosley, he's a legend. It was absolutely, when I spoke to him on the phone, I was having a bit of a moment. I'm like, oh my God, I'm talking to the Tros. But I reached out to him, sent him an email, and said I wanted to do something a little different here at SEMA and pay homage to the Outlaw Pro Series exhaust we run. It's absolutely sick. And basically, we came up with this little concept, and thank you to Brian Grigsby and Matt Kehoe here for all the effort that they've done to get us here. It's, like you said earlier, it's an absolute honor and privilege that to be here with this truck.
It's very awesome, and when I drive it, I highly recommend one of those things that sticks out on each side that's like a training wheels, so I don't roll it. So congratulations on an awesome build. Thanks for bringing it to the booth.
I just wanted to mention the first ever trophy banded shifter from B&N. The first in the world. We're debuting here today, and the thing is absolutely ridiculous. And we've put a lot of time and effort in this truck. And follow us on Instagram at OTSFF _Off-Road and watch this thing come alive.
For you old people, Instagram is on the interweb. It's a thing that the kids are talking about now. So thanks again for bringing it. Awesome ride. Okay, we did a modern American supercar, an amazing truck. Now we're ready for a little hot rod power down here on this side. The Cotati Speed Shop car. Bring Zane and the crew dude come up by the car. The guys at Cotati are amazing craftsmen. You know these guys because Zane's in the Hall of Fame for the Grand National Roadster Show Hall of Fame. He is the only shop in the world to win Sacramento 3 times the Bertolucci Award. Is that correct? He is a past Good Guys Trendsetter Award winner, and he's had cars back when, if you didn't give a trophy to everybody, they wouldn't get offended. Hot Rod Magazine used to do a top 10 cars of the year. Zane's had a car in the top 10 cars of the year. Amazing craftsmanship out of this shop. They're highly known for shiny paint, unbelievable gaps, laser straight panels, and fit and finish. I'm not saying this thing isn't cool like that, but this is, again, I'm not good at math, like 180 degrees, 360 degrees, totally off of what they're expecting from the Cotati Speed Shop. This is Zane Cullen right here, the man behind the Cotati Speed Shop. How you doing today?
Hi, I'm good.
We're really good buddies, and we have to censor ourselves, otherwise we'll be just up here laughing and snorting. So this is Zane at the shop. So you want to talk about a little bit about the project, or this is Mr. McLish right here, the owner. We have a little unbelievable story about the power plant and kind of the heartbeat behind this project. So this is Mike McLish, the owner of the car. So if people don't thank you owners. If we didn't have the owners like these guys, nobody would be able to create these awesome projects. So thanks to the owners for allowing people to do stuff like this. So Mike, tell us what's underneath the hood of this piece.
We've got a 410 component out here that we use.
The plan behind this car is an all-out race car, street car. So tell us a little bit about the design and your thought process behind this car.
Well, it's just something that kind of happened organically. Like Mike said, it really started with the engine, and he kind of dumped it in our lap and said, I want to build a Camaro, I want this engine in. And I thought, I want to build a pretty quick Camaro. Mike likes to throw grenades into the shop and leave sometimes. And about a month or 2 into it, he comes by one day and says, oh yeah, by the way, I want you to match the footprint of the 01 Corvette on the round one with this car. And I'm like, well, I'm definitely not widening the car because I don't like that. So we kind of came up with a couple of different theme ideas, and ultimately got some neat treatments, and it just kind of circled back to some GM racing heritage with the flares that we chose. Kind of go back to the 1968 LA88 Corvette Mons cars. So it's just a good happy accident.
So I think we're ready to uncover it, then we'll pop the hood of the trunk and then see the craftsmanship in this thing again. It's going to blow your mind if you're going to follow Zane's and the Cotati Speed Shop crew. Right here is some of the guys in the crew from Cotati Speed Shop. One of them's back here because he about died last night. We got Mike, Cody, with Jim. He's the senior guy here in the group. So here is the Cotati Speed Shot 2018 Blue car for Flowmaster B&M and Hurst. That's right. Zane brought a car to see what they didn't paint. They put a vinyl wrap on it because they want to make sure it's right before they put the paint on it. I don't know if Mike knows it's going to get paint from both. They're going to test and tune it. And get it, make sure it's right. I think Zane got to send you some pictures of it. Once he sent me pictures of the car, I sent the picture on the truck with the thumbs up and he would send me pictures. So it's an amazing craftsmanship. I think that engine set.
Got some fabulous Brumbo brakes, 45 wheels, Ron Davis racing radiator. When moving the engine back 8 inches, that also lost the factory valve, and we had to move the dash and the drive back to keep some level of design and ergonomics that's still good.
The cool thing that you got to get up here and look at is the bulkheads in the front, the back, and where the firewall was. There's these cool aluminum bulkheads. Great fabrication from the guys at Cotati Speed Shop.
Thanks again. Give everybody a round of applause. Thanks for coming to the unveiling for the 2018 Supercars for the Hurst B&M and Flowmaster. Thanks again.